Hi 7th graders, today we are going to be working on our first lesson of Unit 7. We are doing 7.1, which is all about organizing data. Our learning target is I can organize data using line plots, stem and leaf plots, and Venn diagrams. So let's go ahead and get started. So our first one is a line plot. That is a number line with marks or dots that show frequency. So if you want to take a look at what one looks like, go ahead and click on that link. And it will show you exactly what a stem and, not a stem and leaf plot. Man, I can't talk today. What a dot plot looks like. Okay, so that is what it looks like. It has dots above it so that you can easily see how many people took 0 minutes to eat breakfast, how many people took 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and so on. So what we are going to do is we are going to create our own line plot. Okay? So if you notice, we conducted this survey that says a survey of how long does it take you to eat breakfast has these results. So we are going to graph those results on this line plot. Okay, so on the bottom, we need to put the minutes. Okay, so go ahead and write minutes. And then count from 0 to 12, because that's how many we interviewed. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Perfect. So now to do a line plot, it's actually pretty easy. For 0, there were 6 people, so you are going to draw 6 X's right above 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And then for 1, there were 2 people, so you draw 2 X's. For 2, there were 3. So draw 3. For 3, there were 5. 1, 2, 3. For 4, there were 2. For 5, there were 5. 6, there were 0. 7, there were 0, so we don't write anything. For 8, there were 2. For 9, there were 3. 10, there were 7. 11, there were 4, and 12 was 1. So we just completed our first line plot. So that is how you make a line plot. It's actually pretty easy. You just draw X's. I'm going to move these two because I didn't put them exactly straight. Perfect, so that's a line plot. Please let me know if you have questions about a line plot. Moving on then, next we have a stem and leaf plot. A stem and leaf plot is a graph used to organize and display data to compare frequency. So if we click on the stem and leaf plot link, it brings us to a definition and an example. This is what it looks like. And that is all it tells us. So it is a plot where each data value is split into a leaf, which is usually the last digit, and a stem, which is the other digit. So for example, 32. Our stem is standing for the tens place, and our leaf is standing for the ones place. So it is 32. Alright, so now let's practice some of these. Alright, Sam got his friends to do a long jump and got these results. 2.3, 2.5, 2.5, 2.7, 2.8, 3.2, 3.6, 3.6, 4.5, and 5.0. So we are going to complete our stem and leaf plot. So the stem 2 and the leaf 3 means the decimals. Okay, so our stem is our whole number and our leaf is the decimal. Alright, so we had 5 numbers that were in the 2 range. Okay, so we're going to put them in order from smallest to biggest. So 2.3, 2.5, 2.5, 2.7, 2.8. So we already have the 2. So it's 3, 5, 5, 7, 8. Alright, and that is how we write it. Even though there were 2 5s, we still need to include both of those 5s. Okay, next we have our 3s. 3.2, 3.6, 3.6. So 3.2, 3.6, 3.6. Next is 4.5, 4.5, and lastly 5.0. Alright, so that is how we create our stem and leaf plots. Now it's super important when you are looking at them and trying to read a stem and leaf plot that you understand that this is not just 3. It is 2.3. Okay, so make sure that you pay super close attention because it says stem 2, leaf 3 means 2.3. Okay, it doesn't mean 23. In this case, it means 2.3. So you'll have to be super careful when you are looking at stem and leaf plots. Awesome. Our last one that we're talking about today are Venn diagrams. A Venn diagram is a diagram used to show relationships between sets. So you might compare different things in language arts that use Venn diagrams. Okay, we also can use Venn diagrams in math. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little activity. I would like you to sort different shapes according to these two rules. Triangles in one, blue shapes in the other. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's click this link. It's going to take a little second to load. And then we are going to make sure you click the Venn diagram. Our first rule is triangles, and our second rule is blue. Okay? So now we can go ahead and start placing our shapes in the correct locations. Oops. Triangles, not big. Reset. Sorry, I typed it in wrong. Triangles, blue. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's start doing this. Blue goes in the second circle. Triangle, it's blue and it's a triangle. That would go in the middle. Blue triangles go in the middle. Okay, other blue shapes. Oops. And then we have our triangles in the left one. Alright, what do we do with the other shapes that we have still in the box? They don't fit inside triangles, they don't fit inside blue, they just go on the outside because they are not either of them. So they do not fit in the circle. Okay, so go ahead and you make sure you're doing this because it is going to ask us a bunch of questions now on our notes. So you can split your screen. Number 1, that's just saying to sort it. Number 2, how many blue triangles were there? How many blue triangles did we have? We had 2 blue triangles, and we put them in the middle. In the middle circle. Moving on to the second one. Where did you place the blue shapes that were not triangles? The blue shapes that weren't triangles went in circle 2. And how many were there? There were 2, 4, 6 of them. Alright, number 4, where did you place the triangles that were not blue? And how many were there? The triangles that weren't blue went in circle 1, and there were 4. And the last one, where did the other shapes go? How many shapes did not fit in either circle? Well, the other shapes went outside the circle. And how many shapes did we not fit? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 shapes. Alright, so that is how you would do a Venn diagram and answer questions off of it. Okay, if you have questions on any of this, please let me know and I will help you out. Otherwise,